There's a misconception in society that devotion is for those with feeble intellect. You guys don't have brains, you just say Radhesham, Sitaram. And we are the brainy guys, we'll sit and discuss Vedanta. But Sri Krishna is saying the absolute reverse. He's saying the ultimate jnani surrenders unto me. Because that jnani knows me to be everything that is. The sign of knowledge is love. Let us say that there's a piece of stone somebody gives you. You look at it, you have got no love for it. And then that person says, Are Baba, this is a shaligram. These shaligrams are found in Damodar Kund. Shaligram? Oh, offer respect, reverence to it. Now a little bit of love is developed. Do you know it was taken from Damodar Kund 500 years ago, and Tulsidas Ji Maharaj, when he was on the earth planet, he used to worship it every day. It was worshipped by Tulsidas. Now you look at it with even more love. The stone is the same. You are the same. But when this knowledge has gotten added, that wow, this is the shaligram of Tulsidas, now the love has developed. So knowledge has led to love. So tell me, what is more valuable, Paras or God? Paras or God? No, Paras. See, but your intellect is convinced that God is more valuable. Then you should have a mountain of love for God. And if the love is not there, that means the knowledge is also not there. Or you've not thought of that knowledge deeply enough. When you truly contemplate over who is God, then love will be a natural consequence. You will not need to practice it. So, Bahunam Janmanam Ante, Sri Krishna says, and this is refuting what all the Advaitis are telling you. This bhakti is all for the less intelligent. Later on it's only Aham Brahmasmi. And Sri Krishna is telling the complete reverse. That jnani is going to come to my shelter. That's the sign of love. So in a jnana, the jnanis say, they try and practice self-knowledge, self-realization. So they say you just focus on understanding the self. You're not the body, you're not the mind, you're not the intellect, you're the self. And as a consequence of that sadhana, you become established in self-realization. This is the path of jnana. So firstly, that path of jnana is extremely difficult. It's like walking on a razor's edge, because you are walking on the basis of self-effort. I will do it. I can do it. And in the path of bhakti, you are surrendering to God. I will do my best, O Lord, but your grace is what I depend upon. So because that element of surrender and grace is there, God protects you. And that is why the path of jnana is so difficult and the path of bhakti is so easy. Sarala sukhad maragaya hi bhai, bhagati mori purana shruti gai. Plus, in the path of bhakti, you are practicing humbleness. I am insignificant. It is all His grace. And that humbleness also protects you. And on the path of jnana, you are not accepting there's any God. I am Aham Brahmasmi. So there's this vulnerability to pride. And as the saying goes in English, pride cometh before the fall. Pride is such a dangerous thing. I was just reading the one experience by Mr. S.V. Nathan, who is like manager in Deloitte at the national level. So he was relating his experience that he had graduated from a B school and he had got job in Deloitte, and he was full of pride of his education. And his first assignment he got in a place called Gomia, a mining town. So there was a huge multinational corporation out there, and he got an assignment on behalf of Gomia. So he came from Kolkata to Gomia, and he had been told that a car will be there to receive him. When he got off on that little station, he was the only person there. And he looked around and there was no one, and then he found a car. And a man wearing khaki shorts and a t-shirt was standing by the side of the car. So he said, "Hey driver, what are you doing? Come on." So that man responded, "Who are you?" And then he took his luggage and put him in the car. And he was driving him and all the while speaking to him, "Sir, who is there in your family? What do you do?" And Mr. S.V. Nathan was taking it as some pesky thing. Why is he asking me so many questions? Nevertheless, he was taken to the guest house. And the next day, he had to then go and meet the big guy, Mr. Verma, who was the CEO of the organization. So he reached the office and he found that man sitting behind the CEO's desk. So Mr. Nathan said, "Hey driver, you came here as well?" And that person introduced himself as Mr. Verma, the CEO of the organization. Now you cut him, you won't get blood out of him. He was so apologetic. Mr. Verma said, "I had come to the station and you called out to me, so I thought I may as well help you." And then he started explaining that you may have these big degrees, but you should never become proud of them, not start carrying them on your head as if you are such and such and such and such. That is the pride. He later on, he became, wherever he goes to colleges, S.V. Nathan, he relates this incident, conveying the message of humbleness. Now, in the path of Gyan, because it is all self-effort, so hence the danger to pride. And in the path of Bhakti, because we are surrendering, we are practicing humbleness. So to great extent, we are saved from the pride. And ultimately understand the difference like this. There is a monkey's child and a kitten, the cat's child, baby cat. The monkey's child, when the mama monkey jumps from one tree to the other, one branch to the next, the child's responsibility is to hold on tight to the mama's stomach. The mama doesn't care. If you're not holding on tight, you'll fall. The responsibility is of the child. Once I saw there was a herd of monkeys moving from one branch to the next. We were in a house and I was looking from the veranda, and one little baby monkey fell down. So the mama looked, and what do you think the mama did? The baby has fallen down, and the mama monkey looked. It's all right, you have fallen, bye-bye. She went. You're not fit to live. So the whole responsibility is of the baby. On the other hand, the little kitten is so tiny and delicate, but the mama takes the responsibility. She catches the kitten from behind, lifts it up whenever it needs to be transported from here to there. Such is the difference between the paths of Gyan and Bhakti. On the path of Gyan, you're going on self-effort, I will do it. On the path of Bhakti, self-effort is nimit matra. I am doing it, my Lord, but my faith is in your grace. So he then maintains the yogakshem. Hence, Sri Krishna says in the Gita, I believe it's in the 9th chapter, he tells Arjun, Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. Arjun, you declare it that my devotee shall always be protected. Sri Krishna doesn't say name karmi pranashyati, name jnani pranashyati, name yogi pranashyati. He says name bhakta pranashyati. Why? I will maintain the yogakshem. Yogakshem is the slogan of Life Insurance Corporation of India. First, there was only one insurance company in India, like LIC. And they got this slogan from the Bhagavad Gita, Yogakshemam Vahamyam. Well, that is the promise of Sri Krishna towards his devotees. When Sri Krishna says that I will do the Yogakshem. Yoga means what spiritual assets you don't have, but you need. I will give them to you. And Kshem means what spiritual assets you have. I will protect them. Because you are surrendering to me. So this in Nyaya Darshan, it is called Markat Marjar Nyaya. And Sri Krishna says that first of all, the Jnani takes many lifetimes to surrender to me. And second, he says such a Jnani is very rare. Why? Because so many Jnanis don't make it. On the path itself, they have a downfall. So a few of them, they reach the goal. Now, the proof that Jnana leads to bhakti is that the biggest Jnanis are also devotees. And who is the biggest Jnani of all? Brahma himself. Brahma is the Guru of the Guru of the Gurus of all Gurus, their Guru. He is Srishti Karta. Now who can be a bigger Jnani than Brahma? His knowledge is so much that the world he has created, people are still studying the laws of that world. No scientist can make a new tattva, a new entity. They only take the tattvas that Brahma made and they keep doing plus minus in it. So the maker ultimately is Brahma. Sometimes people bring sabzis for me. One lady brought some sabzi and I said, Deviji, the sabzi is so nice, who made it? So she said, Swamiji, I made it. I said, did you make the aloo or did you make the gobi? No, that my husband got from the market. I only cleaned it and cooked it. So who made that aloo and gobi? It was mud transforming into vegetables. The maker of the elements of the world is Brahma. And that Brahma, he hankers for bhakti. Tad bhuri bhagyamiha janma kimapyatavyam yad gokulepi katamangri rajobhishekam yad jivitam tu nikhilam bhagavan mukundastwadyapi yat padaraja shruti mirgyameva. He says, aho bhagyam. How can I describe the good fortune of these little children? God has become their friend. I am Vidhata. People call me Vidhata. I write the destiny of everyone. What destiny will I write of these little ones who has God as their friend? So he said, Oh Sri Krishna, in my next life, don't make me Brahma. Then make me some plant, some blade of grass, some creeper in this land of Braj. So these devotees of yours who have such personal interaction, I'll get the dust of their feet and become eligible for this kind of bhakti. This is Brahma's prayer in the Bhagavatam. The biggest of Jnanis is yearning for prem. So Sri Krishna has given the verdict that look, the end of knowledge is in love.